Hello folks, good afternoon. It's wee Paddy from across the shop and I'm back at you with a higgledy-piggledy. I'm not even sure what the title is going to be as per normal, but you'll see it up there when you do. What it is a wee bit of everything. A little bit of everything. I had some lovely gifts sent to me. I haven't been able to do a video. I'm just going to do that now to thank the people who sent them to me. I've been working on two knives. I've been using this one. Beautiful little knife. And I've been carrying this for a week, as you know, and I'm going to do at the end of this video, so if you're not interested, don't worry, I'm going to do simple little cut tests just to show how sharp and edge retentive that something like this cheap carbon fiber, it's a Spanish Navaja knife. It's a little small one. It's about 3¼ inches long closed. Just how good it is in cutting. And also I have a big apology to make about this one. As you know, I got this and I was going to do, I showed it on the channel, and I dipped it for over a day in mineral oil, and then I was supposed to show the cleaning up and what I done to it. We'll come back to that. That's a Paddy, my bad. So, gifts that have been given. Dan from Blade Bridge Limited.co.uk. I'll put his name down below anyway. As you know, is a sack man. Not only sacks, he does EDC stuff as well, like he done this. He sent me this. Now, I'm not an over huge sackman, but I've got a big interest in the last couple of years, and Dan is the problem for that. His prices are so good. I bought an awful lot of knives off Dan, but he sent me this as a little present, and this is a Wenger. This is the 84mm Wenger, and it's got the usual. It's got the can opener, and it has the bottle opener come screwdriver, and then it has a small pen blade at the back here. Oh, not the pen blade, sorry, that's the file, and the nail cleaner. Love that, use that all the time. And I have the corkscrew at the back of it, which I'm going to put a screwdriver glass because I wear glasses, so that'll go in there. But the exciting thing about this Wenger, one, they're harder and harder to get, and it's just such a nice gift. There's something on here that I've wanted for a long time, and Dan knows I've been wanting it for a long time, and I wasn't able to get it, but he got me one, and this is just so unusual, so hard to get. This is a half serrated Wenger, and they are like hen's teeth. The serrations on this have not been used. This blade is just amazing. It hasn't been used. It's an absolutely perfect nick, and look at them serrations. That is it. To get a sack with serrations, honestly, you've no idea how hard it is until you try looking for one. And in this condition, it's just, so this has gone straight into my collection. I am over the moon, Dan. Thank you so much. I really, really am over the moon just to have this in my collection. I'm chuffed. Really am genuinely chuffed. Such a nice gift. Thank you very, very much. And he also sent me this. Well, he sent myself and Justin one of these, and when you put them together, they match, and there's a big sailing ship. The other half is the other half of the sailing ship, but there's lovely little detailed work along there. It's just, I can't tell you how much tiny detailed work, little ropes and chains, and then you have helmets over here. It's just a stunning little pry bar. Now, it's not little, it's brass. It's, weighs a good head. You've got a bottle opener on it, so it's a multi-tool. But this is, just look at the detail on that. Isn't that beautiful? So they are just two amazing gifts that I'm so happy to have in my collection. Really, really thoroughly enjoyed them. So a big thank you to Dan. And you know who Dan is. And if you don't, get over to Blade Bridge on Instagram, on Facebook. I'm not sure what else he's on at the minute, but Instagram and Facebook, you'll get Dan, Blade Bridge Limited. Go on there and it'll lead you onto his site, and he has stock coming in all the time. So if he doesn't have it this week, he'll probably have it next week. You can text him and ask him to get something for you, and he'll do his best to do that. He'll just do whatever he can to get you what you want. So that's all you can ask for in a dealer. The next thing I've got was from Twisted Assisted. Now, as you know, I promote Twisted Assisted knives and other EDC outfits. I had this is the Twisted Assisted Junsey, and I had these scales on it, if you remember. Well, to be honest with you, I'd sort of grown out of them. The nice thing about Twisted Assisted, although the Junesies aren't for sale anymore, they're all gone. Now, whether he gets any more, I don't know. I hope so, because I think it's a fantastic knife. But he'll bring other knives out, so it doesn't matter. But you can go onto his site and you get scales for them, and it just gives you a new knife. And this one is just something I just can't wait to show you, because it changed the knife completely for me. So we'll take that out of the way. That's the old scale. Look at this one. How flippin' gorgeous is this? In my Carta, it's that left a bit rough and it's changing. As I've been using it, you're getting light bits, dark bits. It is stunning. And the difference it makes to this knife. Now, this knife is not a dangerous knife. This is the one with the forward choil, so it ain't going anywhere. But just that security in hand with these scales, honestly, your fingers go here and you feel totally locked in. It just adds something to this knife. And look, his prices are ridiculously cheap for what he does. I mean, if you were in the States trying to get these sort of scales, you'd be paying much more. So please go over to Twisted Assisted, go on their Instagram site, and it'll lead you to their selling page. This is just stunning. I love this. It's very randomly jigged, but beautifully done. Really is a lovely addition. So I can see me carrying this a lot more, because visually I like this. But they do it for all their knives or scales there. Go over and buy them, change it about. It's sometimes if you're a bit skint that month, buy a wee scale, change the knife, makes you happy. So another thing they've got on here, which I thought was fantastic. This is it here. This is a night glow ring safety marker. Now, this one's made especially for them because it has Twisted Assisted on this. And this is guaranteed for 10 years to glow. You don't have to charge it. You don't have to use a light or anything to charge it. Just having it out in the daylight during the day, it glows all night. And I had it in the bedroom counter the first night I got it, and it glowed the whole night. But it's guaranteed for 10 years. I got one. He sent me one of these. This is what do they call them? Is it infrared? No, I'm not sure what it is. But there you go. It's one of those things that will highlight your scorpions if you got any of them in your back garden. So that's how it glows. I'm going to get it up to you now. It really is probably not great for seeing it, but that's how it glows at night. You have this fantastic glow off it. Just super if you set your keys down or you drop them or whatever you want, especially stuff that maybe you're bushcrafting. You could throw that in the end of the pack. It will highlight it in the dark to where your pack is. You can have it on a zip to give you light in front if you're walking down. There's so many uses of them. And again, budget prices for these things that I've seen double the price elsewhere. I just think these are super. So Twisted Assisted, get over there, check his site out and see he's got lots of different things for sale on there. All the knife covers. There's just get over and have a look. It really is worth your while getting over, especially if you want presents for somebody. What a little present for a child, even. Do you know what I mean? There's so many uses for this. I think it's fantastic. Now, we're going to put them up there a wee bit. Not that they're just going up there so that I have a little bit of room. So that's the gifts I've been given, and I thank very much the people who give them to me. I'm just chuffed. That's like birthday time for me. So what we'll talk about first, right, my apologies. This is the beautiful old Boker. This is between the 60s and 70s. It's probably mid-60s, I think, just going on the use. This is a well-used and loved knife. It wasn't sharpened. I have sharpened it. I have put a better point on the front here that was completely rounded over. I cleaned it thoroughly in mineral oil for over 24 hours, and it removed an awful lot of the gunk. I've had stuff down inside there. It's been cleaned. That was black. And I haven't done any more. And the simple reason is it doesn't need any more. I want this to be an old knife. I don't want it to be a bright new shiny one. This is just a lovely collection piece for me that I can use. And that's the best collection piece. It is like a flipping razor. It's just absolutely. It took me 10 minutes to reprofile it and get it that sharp. The old carbon steel is just fantastic. I can't get this bit of paper off. It's just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So I got that. And if you remember, the pen blade was sitting up about there. And I couldn't get it closed anymore. So what I done is I attacked let me just get this closed. Listen to that snap. Isn't that brilliant for a 60-year-old knife? Sorry, I've got a bit of, there's still bits of smudge coming out of it after all this last lot of days of cleaning and constantly wiping. But what I done was I filed down the kick. If you can see there, let me just see if I can get it. There you go. I filed down the click until I was able to. Now, there's not much of a snap on this, but the blade itself goes down underneath the scale. And that's all I wanted that to do. I'm happy with that now. Leave it alone. Don't mess. They sit all right. This one's touching the side. This one's a bit better. But fit and finish is all right. This is sunk down a wee bit because I was trying to show you. You can see that there. It had been dropped or hit or something a bit squashed it, whatever. But it doesn't matter. This knife works perfectly. It's a 60-year-old knife. It's just showing its wares, and I love it all the more for it. And the fact that I'm not afraid to use this. This is sturdy. It's well made. It's a bit bruised and battered, but that's the joy of getting second-hand knives. And I'll have to be honest with you, between this one and doing this one up, I think I've found another little part of the hobby that I'm going to get more and more into. Even just for myself, if you don't like watching it, but well, watching it when I can. When Paddy gets excited, you know the routine. I started footering about with it, thinking I was going to start doing a video on it, and I dipped it, brought it out, washed it. Then I started giving it wee bits of clean up and scraping all the muck out of the inside. And before I knew it, I was sitting down with a knife that was lovely and clean and just needed sharpened. I thought I was supposed to do that for my subs. I'm selfish. I am just selfish when I'm excited. So that's it there. Now, what I've decided to do, if you don't want to see any more, this is an old knife, an old Navaja. I think it has got the most, listen to that snap. It's an unusual lock. You push this up, it kicks the blade down, push that back down again, and that's how you close it. But this is an old peasant's knife from Spain. And what I wanted to do was show you, I've put an edge on it. It's just a paddy edge. I've done the sharpening live for this. It's lovely. So I just want to let you see what a knife like that is. So if you're not interested in following this, but it's worth it because I think you'd be surprised just how nice these wee knives are. So I'm just going to go down. This is just, and I'm cutting sort of roughly in the same place as often as I can. Oh, let me get this over here. I'm not going to rush. I'm just going to try and do it in the same place because I want you to see how sharp it is after I've done some cutting. Now, we don't normally cut boxes this small, but we do this motion of going through boxes. And I just really want you to see that these wee knives, although they're cheap to buy, which is the good thing, but they're just fantastic cutters, and they cut longer than what they should. They really do. That's the nice thing about them. I'm going to cut this up here this way. So they cut longer than they should. I'm not counting these. Maybe you can if you're interested. But I think this is a fair few cuts for a little knife that I'm going to use as an EDC. And, you know, when I'm cutting a box up normally, I'll start at this end. I'll go all the way through across the knife edge. Yeah, it's normally a bigger box, and I'm cutting all the way through. Look how beautifully that cuts. So in this, I'm just using that one sort of position there to cut, and you can see just how easy it's going through cardboard. This is a Subway. I don't know where you have them in America. I'm sure you do. I love my Subways. Spicy chicken and jalapenos, just my favourite, till they burn the mouth off me. Isn't that, you wouldn't believe that of a little cheap knife. People keep telling you these, you know, I wouldn't have that knife, it doesn't do me a day, or it doesn't. Look, now I'm not pushing hard, that's slowly, and look how easily that cuts that. I mean, I don't know, it must be getting close to probably 50 cuts, I would say. I'm not going to go back and count, but it is just a way for me to show you that just because they're older knives and not carbon steel that people don't tend to like nowadays, they like nice and shiny and polished. I love this. The patina I didn't take off. I mean, it got cleaned when I was washing, but that real built-in patina, which just makes a knife. It gives it age. It gives it class. And like, this is, you know, the materials in this are really basic. This was a basic. Navajas could go up to hundreds of pounds. But this is, I love this backlock that they have on it. Well, it's a front backlock, if you like. I just think it is so good. But I just want to show you now. After all that cutting, I haven't taken this away out of your sight. After all that cutting with this wee knife in sort of this space here, let's see how sharp it is. So I'll start at the back because I know it's going to be sharp there. Look at that. And I'm going slowly, so you know you can fly through things. I'm just going slowly. Look at that. Yeah, come on. You must be a little bit surprised. I'm not, because I've used these knives, and this blade steel, the old carbon steel, is just amazing. Now, this is what I do after I've done something like that. At night time when I sit down, I literally just put it on a strop and give it that nice little strop. This is what I do with all my knives, whether it's M390, whether it's Maximum, no matter what you're doing, a little strop at night time just to bring the edge back. And you'll be amazed at these wee carbon knives. This will be ultra sharp now on that couple of little cuts with that. There you go. It is just, they come back in seconds. It takes nothing to get them back again to full sharpness. You've seen that, like it's 4 or 5 strops, and that's ultra sharp again, ready for tomorrow. So there you go. That will finish up the Navaja. I've been carrying it, I think, about 4 or 5 days now. I'll probably carry it for another day. Well, no, I'm going to tell a lie. I've proved it. To me, this is absolutely super. The steel, haven't a clue what it is, no idea, but I do know that it works. And the geometry, which is the other important side of it, the geometry of these knives, the old pen knives, make them perfect for slating. If that was blunt, it would still cut. Do you know what I mean? No, basic things like cardboard. So I think I'm going to change over and I'm going to carry this knife for a while because I am just so enamored of this. And I'll do a video. I've got three Boker made knives. 2 of them are Bokers and 1 of them is a Russell knife that I showed a few weeks ago. And I'm going to do a little review and I'll look at all 3 of them together on 3 for Thursday. So I'll carry that until Thursday and I'll do that review. This can go back in my little collection and come out every now and then because I adore it. I think I paid somewhere between 20 and 30 for this. Probably 20, to be honest with you. Anyway, to those who give me gifts, thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. I love little gifts. They're just lovely. And they mean so much. And Dan, I'm chuffed. I can't tell you how much I love that sack. Right, I'm away now for a wee cup of tea. Thank you so much for listening. The other thing I want to say to you, the new Jack Wolf knife, if you haven't seen it, get over to Jack Wolf Knives on Instagram, Ben Belkin. Go on Instagram and there's a highlighted reel. Or if you go on my reel, I think, I'm not sure what you call it. You know what them reels? You can go on, it's on my message. I can't remember what they're called. You know what they are. It's on the channel. But if you go to Jack Wolf Knives, you can, you'll get a lovely little clip that he's done of the new knives. And if that doesn't get you excited, head straight out the door to the doctor's. Get yourself checked out. It's coming soon. It's going to be dropping on the 16th of this month. Now, we've got a few changes to where we're going to be getting them in the UK now. We might have to go to Europe to get them, or anywhere else, but Europe's the closest, obviously. But I'll let you know as soon as I get the details finalised. They're going to be in the region of £325. That sounds an awful lot. Go and see the knife first. This is a modern knife, a modern knife with a clip and a lock, and it's bigger than the other ones that we've had so far, but it's very much in that Jack Wolf modern interpretation of a traditional design. So get over to Jack Wolf Knives on Instagram, go and check it out, because honestly, I'm really going to sing a song, but it is just bewilderingly good. This is, I was talking to Ben this morning. I said, I think this is there's going to be a new Paddy dance, I think, when this comes, because my excitement is way off the charts now. I cannot wait to get it. Yes, it's that good. I am way off the charts. So please go and check that out at Jack Wolf Knives on Instagram. Take care, folks. Paddy's away before I blow my gaskets. Have a lovely day. See you soon. Bye.